I want to do a podcast about film.
Me too, let's go.
Hello and welcome to Movie the Needle, a podcast where a pair of amateurs haphazardly dissect a film that one of us likes and one, well, not so much. My name's Simon, and I'm in our shed with my good friend Carl, where we'll be explaining our opposing viewpoints and seeing whether we can movie the needle for one another. This week, it's Sir Sam Mendes' 2002 period gangster drama, which sees a mob enforcer's son in 1930s Illinois witness a murder, forcing him and his father to take to the road, and his father down a path of redemption and revenge. Rain-soaked hats and blood-soaked overcoats ensue. It's Road to Perdition! Any notes?
Well, I've got some TikTok updates.
Oh,
Are you familiar with the Steve McManaman meme?
no.
Yeah, but you're familiar with Steve McManaman,
Yes.
aren't you? Commentator
Yes.
on the Champions League football.
Yes.
There's a meme that's hit, I think particularly TikTok, where a piece of his commentary where he specifically goes, "Oh my word, we'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look." And that has been set to all sorts of videos. So, for example, like me when I'm at the all-inclusive buffet.
Sure. Yeah.
You know. Recently, come across and by my I mean our feed, of course. This is our account.
Yeah.
There's like been a spate of tits.
Tits.
Yeah, like actual tits. And that's against TikTok's rules, but apparently they're not enforcing it. So it'd be like somebody be taking a video of like people sunbathing on a beach, right?
Yeah.
And that it's blatantly because somebody's got their tits out on this beach, and they'll be panning around it and everything. Anyway, so I thought to try and drive engagement, I'd go on and comment, and I'd go, "Oh my word, we'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look."
How'd that go?
The problem is it's all algorithm driven, isn't it? So because I've done that now...
Or you're getting his tits.
I'm getting his tits. So I thought, oh, well, never mind, I'll just keep commenting this. It'll be funny.
How many times?
And it's reached a point now where I'm literally just a pervert on TikTok. Like I am just looking at videos of tits. This is like that time that I lingered in a video of feet for a second too long, and then the algorithm was just fucked for a month. And like the kids were coming up to me.
That was your like favourite month. Though,
Yeah,
wasn't
Daddy, can we watch TikTok on you? Like, no, you can't. No. So absolutely riddled, mate.
Oh dear.
But I did put a comment on the TikTok today, which proved quite popular, which is quite funny. This guy has put on. He's opening. It's just like content farming. So typically, I would avoid these things and resent them. But I had a funny contribution to make, so I'm all over this one. Yeah. So he's put a video up. It says, "Okay, I'm opening a movie-themed restaurant. On the menu so far, The Lamshank Redemption, Jurassic Park, and Beef Encounter. What else?" So what would you add to the...
Oh, no, don't make me think of these things off the top of my head. That's not fair.
Well, I added Planet of the Crepes.
Nice.
Yeah?
That's good.
You like that?
That's good.
Well, TikTok agrees with you.
Yeah.
I've been getting plenty of likes. But user TH, they don't agree. They've said, doesn't rhyme with ape, so it doesn't really work.
Oh, because they've gone crepes.
Well, exactly. And I said, well,
Planet of the Crepes.
luckily for me and any visitors to this fictional restaurant, 99% of the English-speaking world rhymes crepes with apes.
Yeah.
To which he went, no, they don't. It's pronounced the same way as the French pronounce it. To which I said, well, someone has never seen Talladega Nights and it shows. To which he said, literally no idea what that is. So thanks, TH. You know,
it's this kind of
officially
social media engagement that we live for.
Officially, I'd like to maintain the position that he's been a killjoy. It's a fictional restaurant. It doesn't matter. But just between me and you, he is correct.
Yeah,
it should be crepes.
Yeah.
And it's no excuse that we bastardised it and turned it into crepes.
So
there we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's worth getting on social media elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think we can just steal that, put it on other formats. Claim that as our own.
Yeah. I also went with Gone with the Wings.
Yep, nice.
But that's not picked up any traction. Not like Planet of the Crepes, but there you go.
Which maybe you need to come up with another one which is wrong.
Yes. That was it.
Maybe that's the thing.
You've not mispronounced that. Yeah. All right.
So
There we go.
Carl, this weekend I was meant to be making some candlesticks.
Hang on. Is this a euphemism? No, right. Okay. Yeah,
no euphemism there, I don't think. So Emma had signed me up to an ironmongery course. Went away for the weekend
Hang on.
together. No.
So no, nothing there. Right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Do continue.
Unfortunately, it got cancelled, so I never got to turn a lump of metal into a different shaped lump of metal.
Okay.
Shame. But we did visit the place that I was meant to be doing this, a place in Richmond called The Station. And it got my imagination going, Carl, because this is an old train station that they've converted into a 3-screen cinema. Little restaurant area, little like craft beer place, brewery place with tap room, ice cream, bakery, place where you don't apparently make candlesticks out of lumps of metal.
The mere suggestions there, but yeah.
I was just like, there must be. This seems like a gold mine for someone who's interested in movies. We can make our own cinema. We could put on our own films. We'd obviously have to make it enough money to cover both of our wages.
Yes, that is the sticking point with these, isn't it? Yeah, that is the sticking point.
But this sent me off on a whole thing of.
I mean, I'm with that. I should say, by the way, I don't want to sound big time, but I am earning more than fuck all.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a reason we still work and do this podcast. Yeah. The minus money that we earn from this isn't quite enough to sustain us.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, now that set off my imagination. I was like thinking of what buildings that you could put on it, like where you could build this. Like, how big would you want it? I was using AI to go down. Like, how much would it cost? What would you use? What licenses would you need? Yada yada. Turns out you need a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
You need a really big premises that's going to cost a fuckload of money, and no one will come.
No. I'd like to win Euro Millions so that I can
make it happen.
Run a cinema, but like my way. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you get like the films through, and you're no, not putting that on this shite. No, not putting that on this shite.
Just curate.
It'd just be reruns of Jaws. That's what it'd be.
But just think how fun it would be to do like double features or runs of trilogies and stuff like back to back to back and bits like that. Like then you get the new films out, you do like the midnight showings and do all of that fun, but just with a small crowd.
We can put like Cocktail and Jaws 3D on. Jaws the Revenge on. Yeah. While I just stand at the front and go, it's underrated. You're wrong.
It's not good, but it's underrated.
Very good.
So the dream lives on. But there we go. You got anything else you want to talk about before we?
Nope.
Alrighty. Well, that means then, Carl, that we get to unveil the ale.
Okay. Northern Monk.
Oh, we're back. We like them.
You like that?
We do like them.
This is from the Heathen Club range.
Okay, right.
And this is a beer called Outlaw.
Outlaw.
Because, of course, we're dealing with
Jude
outlaws.
Law. Oh, right, yeah.
Yes, this is a beer called Jude Law.
All right, what is it? What is it, though? What is it? A double hazy IPA. So, great. So we kicked off with a 7.2%. On to the 8%.
Yeah. You'll like this. It's even stronger, yeah.
Yeah. What did I say? I've got to be up tomorrow, nice and early to catch a train, so I've got to be functional. And you've just gone, ha, 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 ha.
Well, no, I bought these some time ago. Had I known that information?
Tiger.
Yes. Tiger 20%.
Oh. Looks all right. Smells all right.
What about the beer?
Hey.
Hey?
Sure.
No?
Sure. Okay, let's introduce today's film, which is, of course, Road to Perdition. Not The Road to Perdition, just Road to Perdition, which I have written incorrectly multiple times as I've been through. But before we get to what we each think of this film, a reminder of our simple 5 points.
Simple 5 points.
We either really like it, we like it, we're ambivalent, we don't like it, or we really don't like it. So, Carl, tell me, what do you think of Road to Perdition?
Oh, Simon, I really like it.
You really like it?
I really like it. I really like it.
Okay, I mean, I don't know why I'm getting so surprised. I am ambivalent about this, right? Now, the reason why I am ambivalent about this is that it looks fantastic, this movie. It's well acted largely as well, with a talented cast, and has a basic story or plot, I still don't know the difference, which could be engaging. It basically has all the ingredients needed for me to like this, but for some reason still leaves me cold. Now, I'm not able to attach to the characters on that emotional level or really be swallowed, not like that, by the story. It has left me feeling disappointed, disconcerted, and a little bit confused as to what exactly is missing from the film, or perhaps within me, to fully get on board with it. So it's beautiful, but forgettable, and I look forward to exploring why, Carl. Now, why do you really like it?
What I thought would be quite fun here, but I'm simply not well prepared enough to do, is to take whatever you said in the American Beauty episode and say that.
Yeah. I can send you my notes if you want.
Yeah. And that would be a joke, because this is a much better film than American Beauty.
Is it though?
Oh, yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah, because this one actually knows what it's doing and hasn't stumbled into it in the fucking edit room. But yeah, no, as you say, look, it looks amazing. I think the soundtrack is terrific. We'll talk about the soundtrack. On those levels, I think it's a real experience to consume. Also, thought it had a sort of a real noir quality about it, which translates to the plot. It's got a hell of a cast. I love what they're doing in this. So you have some classic mob stuff, which gets pretty brutal at times. And underpinning it all is what I thought was a very touching father-son story, which, of course, in keeping with classic noir, only actually comes about through everyone dying.
Okay, let's kick things off with the production. Carl's decided we're going to kick things off with the production today.
Well, I mean, I ventured and you had a fucking right hissy fit about it.
I mean, I did ask the question, you answered it, and I went, oh, fine.
Yeah. And then I said, well, we can do plot first.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
This is a peek behind the curtain of just how much of a whingy little bitch I am.
Yes.
So, production, Carl. Now, throughout this, I'm going to be exploring with you the role that you usually take a little bit, because I do want to explore through production and plot primarily here. Is this also, like you said for American Beauty, style over substance? Just as you've explained in previous episodes that stylish is good. Nothing wrong with being stylish.
Yeah.
But is it the style that's doing quite a lot of the heavy lifting over the actual substance of this? And we'll
but hang on. Do you remember what I said about that, though? I mean, the answer's no, not really. No. Would that be a problem? No, it wouldn't.
It would if it's trying.
That's
that's
good. Well done. I'm proud of you. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's trying to be something
which you've
more...
already called out in your.
Yeah, which I think it is trying to do something more. Yeah. So I suppose
I'm not prepared enough to actually make this argument.
No, but fair enough. I suppose where you might end up is if you disagree, there is something else going on there. And I think it has clearly tried to do more than just be a stylish film. I think you could fairly say this is style over substance, which isn't criticising it for being stylish. It's saying it's stylish, but
indeed,
other bits. So it's okay, fair enough.
We like big butts on this podcast, and that is one.
It's true. I mean, my first line is now famously, you don't like voiceovers.
I actually don't like this voiceover, though.
You actually don't like this voiceover?
Yeah. Let me scroll down to my voiceover part. Yeah, so this starts with the voiceover of the child, right?
Yes.
Michael. Are we going Michael? Michael Jr.?
Junior.
Junior? Just going Junior?
Let's go Junior.
I think it's quite a clumsy opening narration for this. One that I don't really feel is needed. The whole, like, this is our story. Oh, fuck off. This is our story. Also, this kid is doing this voiceover, right? In the kid's voice. And which is to mean that it's retrospective, right? Mm-hmm. So it's looking back in the past in a child's voice.
Yeah.
When he's talking about, that was the last time, this is at the end, I'm jumping quite a lot, but that was the last time I touched a gun. People say I grew up on a farm. I guess I did. Shouldn't it really be an adult voice that's doing this? Doesn't really make sense. This is picky. This is picky, but, leaning into my universal hatred of voiceovers. As you know.
Yeah. Completely consistent dislike of voiceovers.
And it does. They literally just do it at the front and the end. I don't think they do it
I agree.
in the
Yeah,
middle.
I think that's right. I think that's right.
And the closing narration is a second problem in that it went on too long. Like, actually, if they just stopped when they said about him not wanting to become his father, or his father not wanting him to become him, stop there, and then they carried on. Yeah. It didn't need it. Lost the power that it had potentially had.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I have problems with the voiceover, which I'll talk about in changes. I think they want to go with the voiceover first and foremost for vibes here, because I think they're going for an arty opening, for which a voiceover lends itself very well to that, like American Beauty did, which was Sam Mendes. And although Sam Mendes did not direct Shawshank Redemption, Thomas Newman did the score for all three of these. And again, an incredibly similar score, really leaning in and borrowing from the hooks of Shawshank Redemption. So I find that quite funny. I think you said in the American Beauty episode, you'd never mistake this soundtrack for anything else.
Funny, isn't it?
Oh my God, it sounded like Shawshank.
Yes. Yeah.
And again, this came on, I was like, this is like the opening to Shawshank.
This is like the American Beauty. Well, obviously.
Well, you were thinking American Beauty.
Yeah, 100%.
But I was taken back to Shawshank with this. And I got to say, I love it. From a vibes point of view, I take your technical points. And like I say, I have thoughts on the voiceover myself. But I love the way that the narration opens up over that amazing soundtrack. I love what Thomas Newman's doing, and I think some of the shots are so good. It really works for me. So I like it.
Let's talk about the score, music, whatever. So I'd read lots of positives about the score, but actually it was one of the things that I called out in my notes. Actually, there was occasions where, I don't know, it didn't seem to match what was being shown on screen. It was almost going far too whimsical and actually stuck out. And we've talked about before sometimes that it can, not always, like sometimes you can notice a score because it's good, but sometimes when you notice it because it's like, oh, hold on, that is kind of jarring, and it doesn't feel right. And it's particularly I found the big mass execution scene where Senior is mowing down everyone, and that just didn't blend for me at all. Didn't fit, which could just be a personal thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Didn't leap that scene score wise did not leap out to me, so I can't comment. But I certainly didn't have the same problem with that. I've got a couple of notes on score about how well it signals a change in mood, though, and how well when the film picks up pace in parts, the score is signaling that. So I really liked it first, audibly. I liked what was going on, or orally, as we've discussed recently. AU.
AU what?
But also AUR. AU. Orally, now. You like that, don't you? Yeah? Yeah, he's nodding. Ladies and gents, he likes that. No, I like the music, but I thought it was really well used as well. So, kind of the opposite in that sense, because I didn't notice any bits that I thought was jarring.
Well, there we go. Now we usually start off talking about the director and his other work, but we've recently done American Beauty, so we've obviously talked through all of Sam Mendes' previous work, which included this one. Which, American Beauty. Check our feed. If that was style over substance, then is this ? We'll have to see. But you can listen to that episode. There was also this film, which I said I've potentially underrated. I said on the American Beauty because I was just like, didn't really.
Well, you said it was underrated out of almost by reputation, right?
Yes, yeah.
Because you'd said, well, when I watched it, I didn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so here we are.
Not nominated for this though, Sam Mendes, for best director in the old Oscars.
What else was kicking around at that time?
That year.
Not done your research.
I'll come back to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, all right. So I used to do the whole section with the thing, and now I've stopped doing that. So it's tricky, but we'll get there.
Phoning it in, ladies and gents. Phoning it in. Look. So score, loved it. Shawshank, American Beauty. it manages to weave a bit of Irish into that warm yet
Yeah, it's
melancholic.
I thought quite Irish.
Yeah, and of course maintains all the way through a very typical Hollywood quality to it. Again, I was reminded of Shawshank. I thought, yeah, great. I think from a sort of construction point of view, you could argue this is a plot note, but I thought they did so well to pivot from that sort of music, and then, you know, it gets back to Miss Paper Round and they're all laughing in the family, to suddenly coldness when the father figure enters the room. Brilliant. I thought there's some really good shots in that sequence through the house. They're all so well framed. Even getting into a car is shot from underneath and you just see the feet. It's just always interesting. Now, you could argue, talking about style of the substance here, is that just interesting for the sake of it? Is that just art for the sake of it? Maybe. I couldn't explain its purpose the way I did in some of the After Sun stuff. So when we're like panning on the books, I'm like, well, every shot's sort of telling a story. It's very deliberate. So maybe that's a fair criticism. But it just pulls me in. So I let all that stuff slide and I take it as it's coming, and I thought very, very visually stimulating. What do you think of some of the shots and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing, and I've listed, about 10 excellent shots.
Yeah,
right here. So going quite near the start, when Michael Jr. has the view through the crack of the doorway through the legs of what's happening.
Yeah, what a way to frame that sequence.
Exactly, it's fantastic. It's a character's eye view of it. And it properly frames it, as you say, because the legs are essentially providing the frame, the crack is providing the frame for that, and you can still see exactly what is.
He's kind of seen it from his father's point of view.
It's behind
but
him.
But yet you've got this voice above him still.
Yep.
He watches everyone get mown down from his father's point of view. Oh, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, there's like a dolly shot where they're walking, the camera's on like a parallel hallway in one of the buildings. I forget which building it is, but it's basically tracking Tom Hanks across, and it's going behind pillars, behind pillars, and it's just keeping exact pace with him. And it's just stuff like that. It's just it makes you feel part of it and in it there. Jude Law, when he's introduced, he's walking towards the camera under this bridge. It's a really weird, it's like the camera's kind of moving towards him, and he's walking under, and it has this weird effect with the sort of arches that are going on, and it's quite a distinctive.
It's quite disconcerting that.
Yeah, and disconcerting is the right word.
I think that plays really well with Jude Law's character, and like this weird sort of unsettling guy,
And they've obviously got the bead of sweat that is just tracking in the diner scene down the Tom Hanks forehead, which is legitimately a bead of sweat. How he manages to control his sweat. I mean, the man can do no wrong. How can he do this? But just that shot, just capturing that. And it might have been fluke, right? It might have just been fluke, but it just fits and works so well for that scene. Every single shot of Paul Newman, it's just like a work of art.
Oh, well, it's just the daddy, isn't it? Paul Newman.
He's just a handsome motherfucker, isn't he? Even, I don't know how old he was in this. He must have been 80 or so, right?
Yeah.
And he's just got one of those faces, just like a movie star face. It's just fantastic. Unbelievable. And he just looks fantastic in that period garb and stuff that he's wearing. Like everything looks fantastic. You add a bit of rain to that, and he just looks brilliant.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, the scene, which is again a particularly arty one, where essentially the finale, where Tom Hanks Senior takes everyone down in the rain, and Newman is just stood there almost in freeze frame. Mm-hmm. That's just such a fantastic scene. And you've got, speaking specifically about Paul Newman standing there, you just think, and he delivers that great. And I was like, I'm glad it was you. Oh, love that scene.
Yeah. And then even the bathtub execution of Connor, where he sort of storms into the bathroom. You don't see what happens. You hear the shot, and then you come out, and the bathroom door with the mirror on sort of goes back gradually. And then you get to see the aftermath of what he's left behind. A really clever way of doing that, where you're not showing the violence, which would actually probably push this up to a certificate they didn't necessarily want.
I mean, they do enough of that. They're keeping the powder dry, I suppose. But because you're always allowed like so much of it before it ticks over.
Right?
But, no, I agree. I think they I think they used it and picked and chose their moments very well.
And then right at the end, the last one I wanted to call out was the Jude Law character. So right at the final scene where he's taking the picture of Tom Hanks, and you see his face, and it's like it's shot up and
Got the
stitched
glass
up and
and
stuff with the
things
glass
and,
sort of stuck into it. It's very
Die Another Day.
Yes.
Yep. Got that note down? Very Die Another Day.
Very Die Another Day, which is not a great comparison you want to make, but it's a good look.
But let's be fair, that was cool in Die Another Day as well. That was, Die Another Day had many more problems. It wasn't that.
But that with the camera and the framing of it.
Yeah.
Like, and that is, you can't lay a finger.
This is Sam Mendes.
You can't lay a finger on this film in that sense of it, because everything has clearly been thought out from a visual perspective.
Yeah.
Carefully, shot by shot, frame by frame, exactly how it's going to be composed. And like, it's a massive, massive strength of it. Anyone who says this film doesn't look good is crazy. Like, it clearly does.
Yeah, it's Sam Mendes. I mean, like, I watched 1917 and I thought, oh my God, this is amazing, because, like, I know it's not one shot, but it looks one shot and it's so skillfully put together. And I watch it and I go, it's incredible. And I rate it very highly. And then I watched All Quiet on the Western Front not long after that. And I go, this one isn't quite as good. I realised afterwards, All Quiet on the Western Front is the one that stays with you, and that's the one that's much more narratively interesting and deeper, and it's got the richer storyline and all the rest of it. And 1917, you go, it's kind of, it's all right, it's got problems.
I think that's a really good comparison for how I've experienced this film, to be fair, because it is, you can't help but be impressed by how visually impressive it is. But that was really bad English. You can't help but be impressed by how visually stunning it looks. But the problem I have is how I didn't feel that connection to the characters, which we can.
We'll talk more about that plot, because, for me this is better than a 1917. American Beauty I don't include in this appraisal of Sam Mendes, because a bit like Ad Astra, I totally understand why that was a mess. And that's not to say that everybody has to take it as such. I mean, it is factually a mess, right? Both of those films were arrived at in a very unideal way in terms of the artistic vision. But that doesn't mean that everybody therefore has to consume it through that lens. You just take it as you find it, and if you like it, you like it. That's fine. But I don't include that in praising Sam Mendes' work, because that's like a bit of an outlier. It's like whatever. 1917 and this and some of the Bond stuff he did is sort of fairer game, I think, for sort of comparing, if you like. So we'll talk about that maybe in plot. But my only other real production, I've got a couple of production notes actually. So just talking about the sort of the way these sort of scenes and shots are constructed. I really liked the "Who's Got a Hug for a Lonely Old Man" scene very early on.
Yeah.
Because the kids run up to him, but Michael's like more standoffish with that, and he actually retreats to his wife and goes to hug his wife. And at that point in the film, he's still wearing this sort of constant frown. He's very, very surly. And we find out later that he obviously is very, very loyal to, is it John? Rooney?
Rooney, yeah.
So he's very, very loyal to him and, loves him and sees him as a father figure, obviously, to a point. But he's just like a bit like, even then in that scene going, I know what he's sort of capable of and what that life's about. And the kids don't sort of get it yet. They just see him as this old man thing. And I just think it speaks to what a well put together film this is. And actually I said earlier, a lot of these shots are arty and maybe it's just to look interesting. And is that being artistic for artistic's sake? Actually, I think we've already talked about enough where they are serving the story with a lot of this. And they are setting these shots up in a way that feeds into and leans into the characters and the dynamics and telling a bit of story. So, fair enough. I'm gonna back out of my early reticence.
I mean the dialogue and I guess the screenplay generally. This is where I start using words I don't really understand.
Of course.
But there's very limited dialogue within this. There isn't a lot of back and forth. Any character stuff is quite short and quite straight to the point and simple. Now that fits in terms of the types of characters that they are. There's lots of sort of it's 30, so it's repressed male figures and stuff. They're not going to be talking about their feelings and extolling the virtues of things in great detail. But yeah, I mean the dialogue that's on screen. There's nothing wrong with the dialogue that's on screen. Could there have been more to help?
No,
I'll
talk. I've actually written this down in plot. I'll go further. I think it's a fantastic script. Is that different to screenplay in the way that we mean it? Who knows? We don't know. We're idiots. Let's park that for now. I've got a very flippant note on the beach house. Why would you live anywhere else? Fantastic. looks amazing. What location?
The beach house in, where is it?
Perdition. Which brings me on to crap title.
Yes, let's talk about the title.
Let's talk about the title, crap title. And when I say crap title, you tend to reduce this to a grammar exercise, which is never what I intended when we said we should discuss the title. Because I think like a title should pique your interest in some way. It should make you want to go see it. It doesn't necessarily have to tell you what the film's about, but it should either be, and you can do this in a multitude of ways, it should be zingy enough so that you remember it, or it should be, for as much as I think it's fucking stupid, Cocaine Bear is a great movie title.
Makes you want to.
It's a great movie title because that is the Ron seal of movie titles. That exactly what's on the tin. Jaws, we've said maybe it should have been teeth, but Jaws is a much cooler way, Yeah. So there's ways you can do it. And Road to Perdition, what is that? What does Perdition? Do you know what Perdition means?
No, well, this is a note I made. Was what Emma asked me. Was like, what does Perdition mean? I was like, I don't know, and I googled it. I'm still not entirely sure.
Okay, well I did. So like I compared this again to Shawshank Redemption because I think there's quite a lot of parallels in these films. Shawshank Redemption. That sounds kind of cool. Shawshank as a word sounds, and I know what redemption means.
Yeah, it's got shank in it. Shank's always fun.
Exactly, and so that's a cool title. Perdition, it doesn't work as a title. Let's revisit that in plot.
All right,
because I've got a specific plot point where I think, oh, okay, I sort of get it, but it's a crap title, isn't it?
It is a crap title, and you've been talking about how is it a bit visually impressive just for the sake of it and stuff like that. You could call that, is it being a little bit pretentious, Carl? Could they have called this Road to Pretention, maybe? Which leads us on to our game.
Oh, I wish you hadn't said that because I had one more production note, which was pacing. How did you feel about the pacing?
I don't know. I didn't write anything down.
Oh, that's good, though, because
I had no notes on the length of it or stuff like that. I didn't have
a lot of the negative reviews on this are on how slow it is.
No, I didn't find that. Tonal shifts I had problems with, but we'll come to that in plot.
Okay, because what I would say is I'm pretty. It's not a long film.
No, it's under 2 hours.
But the first 56 minutes are, I would say, deliberately very contemplative.
Also, the bits I enjoyed most.
Oh, really? That's where the style over substance is in full. Well,
no, that's where the style is in full. Before they try and put the substance in. Yeah.
So I get it because, like, on 56, it's a big old long contemplative setup, and then on 56 minutes, Jude Law's character's introduced. The music shifts, and that's when the film kicks into another gear, and it moves quite fast after that. So lengthwise, I liked it. Pacing, I quite liked it. I do see where people are coming from with the first 56 minutes. But that's not where you come from, so I don't have to defend it. The game.
Yeah, so you talked about how the shots are maybe just stylish for the sake of being stylish. So you could call it Road to Pretention. Am I right, Carl? Am I right?
You could, yeah.
Yeah. So that leads us on to our game. All right, so the game, Road to Pretention, we called this. And of course, we've got a little jingle to kick things off for us. We're on the road to pretension.
Clumsy,
it's
like
metaphor time. Taking that ride to pretension. My eyes roll 10 times. There's allegory and subtext. They're so smart. We're on the road to pretension. So let's start. There you go.
I think my main defence for this line of attack is going to be, it's not that deep, mate. I think you're just thick.
Look, I'll be honest, Carl. Pretention and Perdition sound relatively similar.
Okay.
You know, I needed to get something. This popped into my head for a game. That's the main attack angle. It's just for the game.
Listen, as ever, love the song.
Good stuff. So, Carl, the content of this game. So I have 5 movies that on the ranker.com top 10 pretentious...
What did you call me?
Many a time, but not today. So 5 movies on the ranker.com top 10 pretentious movies of all time. So I'm going to give you up to 3 pretentious clues.
Okay.
3 points.
How obscure are we going here?
You know them all.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3 points for guessing right on the first clue, 2 for the second, 1 for the third clue. No points if you don't guess it at all.
Okay.
Okay?
Can I just say, in theory, love the game.
Okay, good. Right. I've obviously got 5, so you get to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think I'll go. No, does this relate to the ranking?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Will you tell us where it ranks on the...
That would have been a good addition, yeah.
Have you actually left that out?
Yeah, I have left that out.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I say, in principle, really frustrated at the game.
It's ranker.com. It's not real. It's just people have upticked that.
Right.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Okay. Clue number 1. The film opens with the Big Bang and ends with a whisper about grace.
I mean, immediately I'm going to... I don't remember the whisper. I don't necessarily remember the Big Bang, but immediately my mind goes to 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It's not. It's good, but it's not right.
Yeah. Okay.
Clue number 2. Brad Pitt broods.
Oh, it's Ad Astra then, isn't it? It's got to be. Not Ad Astra.
Not Ad Astra. No, another Brad Pitt pretentious film.
Oh, so does that mean we've got to go with Babylon, is it? Or is it World War Z? I don't know.
They're not pretentious.
No, they're not, no.
Do you want
Babylon's Da Vinci Chazelle, isn't it? So
yes.
Probably is. Probably is, mate.
Do you want the third clue?
Yeah, go on.
So it casually includes dinosaurs.
With Brad Pitt in it?
Yeah.
What? Say that again.
So we've got the film opens with the Big Bang and ends with a whisper about grace.
Yep.
Brad Pitt broods and it casually includes dinosaurs.
Casually includes dinosaurs?
It's just in there. You don't understand why, but there's dinosaurs.
Fuck it, Moneyball. Does the kid mention dinosaurs? No?
So that's a score of 0. So it's The Tree of Life.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Terrence Malick.
Yeah, Malick.
Yep.
It's on the watch list, not seen it.
Yep. So a little description here. So we're not telling a story.
No, you don't. It's on my watch list.
It's not. It's fine. It's not really.
Well, you say that.
Anything.
I mean,
but it ruins the game if I don't get.
Okay, right, fine.
We're not telling a story, Carl. We're communing with existence. The dinosaur isn't literal. He's longing. Penn's silence isn't aimless. It's metaphysical thunder. And this isn't a film. It's a prayer rendered in celluloid.
So this is why I want you to watch The Thin Red Line, Terrence Malick, because I think you'll hate it.
Yeah, I think I might. That's the reason I've not watched it.
I quite like it.
Okay. We'll watch it. Okay. You got 2, 3, 4, or 5. Where do you want to go?
2, I think.
Okay. So clue number 1. Kubrick's final film, and possibly his most Freudian.
Ooh. That's Eyes Wide Shut then.
It is Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
Well done. Do you want to hear the other 2 clues?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
So Tom Cruise wanders through a dreamlike sex cult in a mask.
Yeah, that would have done it.
And Nicole Kidman stares into mirrors.
Naked, presumably.
You've yet to see that though, right?
I've not seen that. I mean, I've seen enough to be aware of it. But...
Yeah, well, Carl, the film captures erotic ennui as filtered through bourgeois. Is that bourgeois? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
bourgeois paranoia. The mask isn't a prop, it's a psychological cipher. A Manhattan is a metaphor. The orgy, merely foreplay for spiritual rebirth.
It sounds like the guy in The Mask when he goes, we all wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
You've got 3, 4, or 5. Where would you like to go?
I'll go 3, please.
Okay. So a man falls in love with a woman who may or may not be real.
Go on, let's have the same clue. Tom
Cruise wears a mask again.
Yeah. That's Vanilla Sky, isn't it?
It is Vanilla Sky. Well done. 2 points. 2 points. The third clue was Penelope Cruz is confused. So are we. But Carl, reality is a software glitch with feelings, and the elevator is the subconscious. So Cruise's lips, hope incarnate. And this isn't just sci-fi, it's an opera of the self, sung with frosted glass and regret.
I mean, I have seen this guy, but a long time ago. I couldn't. That needs a rewatch, really.
Yes, TC.
Have you seen it?
No. No. Carl, 4 or 5?
Let's go 4.
Good choice. First clue. A man with no face, a nurse with too much grief, flashbacks swirl like sandstorms.
Oh, that's The English Patient.
It is The English Patient. 3 points. Well done.
I'm glad to see that on this list because I intend to attack it on those lines.
So clue number 2 was a desert that's somehow sexier than most bedrooms.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Love is doomed, war is poetry, and morphine is the final punctuation.
Yeah, I mean, that applies to a lot of war films.
But anyway, Carl, in this film, every grain of sand is a metaphor for shattered identity.
No, it isn't.
The dunes, like memories, shift endlessly. We stripped away conventional narrative to let silence breathe. Some say it's slow. I say it's a spiritual deceleration.
I think you like it because it looks good.
We'll get into that.
Which it does.
It does.
Yeah, it really does.
It does. Number 5 is left. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy with that, yeah.
So there's 6 stories, 6 timelines, 1 soul.
Snatch. No. Let's have the second clue.
Tom Hanks plays a gangster, a tribesman, and a nuclear physicist.
Oh, shit, I've not seen this.
I don't think you have seen it.
That's the one that you just went to fucking watch, isn't it? No? That was very ungood. Is it on that one?
No. No, not once.
Yeah.
No, not once. What was it called?
It's here. Still here.
Yeah.
No, yeah, go on.
Halle Berry is everywhere.
Fucking no, still no idea.
No, it's Cloud Atlas.
Yeah, not seen it.
No, yeah. So no points for that one. So Carl, narrative is a prison. So we blew up the walls and let the reincarnated characters run amok across centuries. Some will find clarity, others will find Tom Hanks in questionable prosthetics. But we all feel the presence of destiny and wigs.
Good.
So there you go. You scored a grand total of 8 out of a possible 15.
Yeah. Yeah, just above
Just above half.
Yeah.
You've not seen 2 of the films, so you were struggling.
Yeah, I think that's good. Having not seen 2 of the films, I think that's good.
Which I did some scoring tiers for that one. So you fall within the undergrad film oracle. You think non-linear storytelling is a lifestyle and occasionally whispers Kubrick was right while microwaving couscous. Yeah. You missed out on the acolyte of pretension, where you speak fluent narrative fog and believe time is a construct best explored through interpretive silence and can defy meta-narrative without Google.
Yeah, good. Like the description.
But you weren't quite down the level of beanbag philosopher. So, where you've seen Tenet, and you're occasionally confused by allegory and prefer films where people use doors the normal way.
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you, isn't it? Yeah.
That describes me.
You are a beanbag philosopher.
That's me. Okay, we move on to the plot. And this is where we really want to dig down into that deeper layer that you're saying is there. And I'm saying it's trying to be there, but I don't think it quite gets there.
All right.
So, quickly, let's just a quick recap of the old plot. Quickly introduces the buttoned-up, serious, emotionally repressed father, all very 1920s. The first act establishes that well-trod but potentially interesting threads about fatherhood. Multiple vantage points of fatherhood, right? With the son to the father, the adopted father to whatever. Setting it up as a myth that every child eventually sees through an unintended facade. Every father reckons with that facade when curtain falls away and reveals an imperfect man.
Where are you getting that from?
Yeah, I've read it from a Letterboxd review.
Right, no, look, shit. We don't need to get into any of that. No, come on.
How did it not sound like me? I thought it sounded convincing.
No, we don't need to. We don't need to get into that.
Okay, fine. You start then. Where do you want to go?
I don't think it's anywhere near as wanky as that. So the style of this film, a very, very arty. You know, if you want to call that pretentious because it's not your thing, it's not direct. Fine. I know you don't because you appreciate stuff like that. You like the sort of arty approach to that sort of thing, and the aesthetic, and you appreciate that sort of thing. Plot wise, you don't have to go that deep. It's a pretty uncomplicated family torn apart and father-son bonding experience after that, right? I like the way it moves through. It very, very quickly, right at the start, establishes a family pecking order, like in more ways than one as well. So we have parallels between his family. So we said in production about how the father comes into the house and then the chatter dies down, and it's very much, like you said, the emotional repressed sort of thing. The stern
like
father
if it's
figure.
in my house.
Very nice. Yeah. Oh, I believe that. Oh, yes. You're definitely in charge. I am in charge in my house, but what happens is once I've decreed something, my wife gently whispers in my ear and goes, "Do you think that was the best thing?" And I go, "No," and then go and retreat and apologise to the kids and do what they wanted to do in the first place.
So they just go off and go, 5, 4.
Yeah,
3,
exactly. They're used to it now.
1. Here we go.
Yeah, they just ride it out, and they go to wherever, and they go, "Mummy will sort it out. Don't worry, he'll be through in a minute." If anything, it's better this way because he's now more apologetic. We'll get more out of him in the long run. It's good.
What were we talking about?
So it establishes the family pecking order very, very quickly, and you see that like when they move into the house with John Rooney and how he is with his own son in Connor Rooney. So Michael is very, very loyal and loving towards John, and Connor is very resentful of that. Straight away we see that. So when they're sitting on the piano playing the song together.
Didn't like it.
You didn't like them sitting on the piano together?
No.
No?
It's weird.
Do you mean it's weird?
Clumsy.
What do you mean it's weird?
Why would they sit down at a piano and do that with everyone just like smiling and really weird gurney faces at them all?
Oh, no, okay. I think two slightly separate points here. Everybody's smiling towards them because, as is made clear in the funeral scene, they're almost sycophantic towards John because he is the ruler of this town and all their fortunes, and they will either have work with him or have spouses that work with him, and they're dependent on him for their livelihood, or they're not, and they're directly feeling the way he sort of decrees things are going to work in the town.
I got that. That's fine. But,
So, like, why are they all sat there and smiling? Through absolute duty and sort of falseness, right? But that's not how Connor sees it. Connor is really resentful that it's Michael that he sits next to and plays the tune. And I think Daniel Craig's doing a really good job in those scenes of going like, yeah, I've got to be seen to be liking this, but my God, I hate what's going on.
what's his line he has? Is like everything's just fucking fantastic or something.
It's everything's so fucking
Hilarious? Fantastic?
No, it's not hilarious. Oh, it ends in a C. Hysterical. Everything's so fucking hysterical.
That
Doesn't end in a C.
ends in an L.
Ends in an L. Ends in an L.
It's got a C in it.
Yeah. So we see, we see Connor then sort of, he's dangerous from the start. He's rough around the edges. He's untrustworthy.
Yeah.
But he can't hold his mouth. He's not good. He's not competent. He's very, very emotionally driven. And I think the plot does a good job of making us appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I agreed. Like the Rooney's power and influence quickly, effectively revealed in that wake scene. I just found that dynamic between Sullivan Senior and Rooney, that it felt like a bit of a clumsy way to kind of reveal that with the piano thing. Now it is quickly revealed about Connor Rooney being not quite right in the old noggin department. Which leads to some, it basically drives quite a lot of the drama, to be fair.
Yeah.
With it. But the first question I have for you, Carl, how exactly do you play dice?
Don't know.
What the fuck is that? Like, you just roll dice and then people cheer. Like, what are you doing? What are you trying to aim for? What's the purpose of it? How do you gamble with it? I just don't understand. Are you doing odds and evens? Are you doing like higher or lower? How does it work?
No idea, mate.
You know what? I mean, yeah, fine. You know, it's a very critical plot point.
Critical plot point. Interesting. Yeah.
Okay,
it happens.
Happened in the film.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway, that the post wake obviously leads to Michael Jr. Sneaking into the car, keen to see what his daddy does.
So, and we've already had the bit where he's looking at his Lone Ranger book. He absolutely idolizes his dad, despite how frosty he is. He just wants to see like a hero in his dad, and he makes up lies to Peter. Like, Daddy goes on missions, even sent by the president, because he's desperate to see the hero in his dad. I think the opening scenes do so much to set up the family dynamic on John's side. So we've Connor, the resentful son.
Yeah.
And then how well Michael Sr. Feeds into that dynamic. But also, Michael Sr.'s, of course, got his own family, and you've got the son who is desperate to idolise him. I love the bit. I'm skipping ahead here because we've already talked about the execution scene. Like you just said, he's stowed away in the car to see the execution. We discussed that in production. Amazing shot.
Well, not an execution scene because that is just a.
It is from Connor's point of view, but yeah, no, it's a showdown, isn't it? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few showdowns, standoffs.
Yeah.
So it obviously leads to that, which obviously sets the whole wheels in motion.
Yeah.
With which then ultimately leads to the first, which I thought was one of the best standoffs in it, where Michael Senior is going to that speakeasy. He's got a note from what Connor has given him, thinking it's from John. Gives it to the dude in there, and there is that proper standoff of where the camera kind of flips between the two of them, and he's kind of quicker on the trigger, kills them both.
Yeah, really good scene. So yeah, I mean that is a good scene.
It is a good scene. Yeah, that is.
But I love the bit after that.
The murder of the family.
No. Well, I mean, no, it's before that, right? So, well, is it before that? So, where is the bit that Connor has to apologise?
That's after the murder of the family, because that's what he's apologising.
No, he's not. He's apologising for.
Oh, he's murdering. The great name.
For Finn's brother.
Was it Finn McGovern?
Yeah.
Finn McGovern. Great name. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, he has to apologise for that, and he's just slamming his hand on the table.
I love that because he's like, I would like to apologise. He just slams his hand. Try again. Yeah. And like, what I love about that scene is like, and again, Daniel Craig's done a great job in this movie, as well as obviously Paul Newman is what a daddy. Connor is like genuinely upset and scared in that, even though we find out later he's plotting against his dad. Like, he's genuinely intimidating in that moment, and he's just like, oh, I will try again, you know. I think it's really great. We move on to the execution thing. And we see Connor's sloppiness again because he is just a fucking
killing
idiot.
the family,
killing the family, but not knowing that he hasn't killed the right
child
kid. As we've had a couple of cues to already, it drops in that like, which one are you, and you know, who are you, and all the rest of it. And I love the bit where Tom Hanks turns to the kid, and he's just like, "In there, that's not home anymore. It's just a building. We're gonna go." And he's just like all action in there. It's so cold. It's so brutal, but it's like, oh yeah, I found it pretty powerful.
They do take the murder quite well, don't they? After an initial bit of shock wears off.
So the only criticism I would have on this is the kid, Michael Sullivan
be a bit more
Jr.
fucked up, you'd think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, he doesn't have enough as the plot wears on of that immediate trauma.
Yeah.
But Hanks, on the other hand, Hanks is brilliant in all of this. Like, say, he's immediate, like, we've got to go and all the rest of it.
They say he moves it to action.
It's action, and then it's not until later where he essentially gets shot and gets time to ponder something. More of him comes out. I think he's brilliant in that. But yeah, I take the point that, like, you want a bit more from the sort of kid on that point.
Now, the bit I really did like of the plot, which it does feed into the father-son family dynamics theme of this, is the whole blood is thicker than water
Yes.
thing, right?
Yeah.
So obviously John Rooney has essentially chosen Michael Sullivan as his son, right? He's got Connor as his actual son. And he essentially makes that decision that regardless of what has happened, he has to stick with his
Well, they both do.
thick son.
They both do. No, but they both do. So Michael has a chance for redemption, senior. He can give up his son. And Michael immediately realises, before we actually get to that point, Michael immediately realises, no, it can never be that way. I'm going to stick with that. And on the other side of that, the whole mess of this plot puts John in the same position, where John is like, well, I've got to stick with Connor.
Yeah, the easiest route would be just to go, fuck off, Connor. Yeah. Like, you messed up.
Yeah. And they do offer a sort of resolution, which Stanley Tucci's Frank Nitti does, which is like, come in, we can work this out sort of thing, discipline on both sides, all the rest of it. And they're like, no, I've got to have the retribution. He's just like, would one more body make a difference? Which is very cold, but it also echoes what they said if you think about the scene that set this thing up with Finn and his brother.
Mm.
And he was like, he was in the wrong. Well, we find out later he isn't, but like he was in the wrong, and he's like, I'm not going to rest until I get my retribution. It's like, what difference does another body? Don't you go the same way? We can all get along here. Killing is just incidental, sort of thing. It's a really brutal thing. But it does fall down on these family lines. It's like, well, but my first priority is going to be my son, just as you are with your son.
Mm.
So I like that we have this sort of mess traditional mob thing, but it essentially pits it down those lines.
Yeah, because Connor makes no sense whatsoever, right? It's like, in what world would a son who sees his father essentially mow people down be a risk for anything, right? For him to go down that path of going like, oh, well, I need to kill him and the wife, and and
but you see this,
it doesn't make sense. It's not rational.
No, he's not. He's not rational. But you do see that, don't you? Where like people have been spoon fed and then somehow feel entitled, like they're not getting enough. And that's him. He's like, well, I should have more. And then he sees Michael, who's earning his bit because he's actually capable and competent, and he resents that. And it's like, Connor can't see that he's got a good lot in life because he's a fuck up, and he's still going to be okay, but he wants more.
Would you have taken the 25k? He gets offered a suitcase with 25k to essentially disappear and just leave it, go off to Ireland or whatever, and he goes, no, and shoot the messenger.
Yeah,
and then not take the 25k.
No, I don't think I'd have trusted it. That was the thing.
It's just cold hard cash.
Well, the cash I trust, but like
literally steals money after that. Could have had the 25k.
Yeah,
nice,
I think
starter.
I don't trust that.
Tainted money in it.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, he knows at that point he's in a sort of war and that he needs to win. That's the sort of the only way out, or the right way out.
I did appreciate the literal shooting of the messenger, though.
Yes. Yeah. I've already said in production, I think like 56 minutes is essentially the first act. Jude Law gets introduced, music changes, film changes.
Wait. But then, where do they go, Carl? After that point, they're on the road to...
Well, okay, because I had this note next, right? So let me finish this. Connor's menacing in a sort of volatile, unpredictable way. Jude Law is menacing in an extremely calculating, disturbing kind of way.
He's also not very good at his job, is he?
Oh, I don't know.
As a hitman, pretty terrible.
I didn't get that vibe at all. I thought he was a very scary character.
Oh, yeah, but okay. So if you are going to have to kill someone, would you A, track them down to a isolated diner and go into the diner with them, knowing that their son is also in the car, and try and have some sort of weird face-off and sneak into the toilet? Or B, just wait by the car for him to come back?
No,
pop, pop.
he's a
dead.
I mean, besides the need for a movie narrative, he's a pervert, isn't he? He's weird. He's like...
Well, we can tell by the nails and the teeth, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we come on to the title. Because I now know what Perdition means,
Yes.
I can speak to what a good name it is for a town, the town that they're going to. And maybe that doesn't hit well if it's not the name of the movie. Because his journey to safety is essentially a place of eternal suffering, which is what perdition means. Perdition is a state of like eternal suffering.
Spit on the nose, haven't it?
Well, this is the thing. Like, so it's a very sort of direct thing to go. We're running away from this, and this is supposedly a sanctuary, but the end result will be you'll be all alone thinking about your dead mother and brother.
Yeah. I just felt it's completely unnecessary to do it. All it invites is like, you're on the road to perdition.
So let's say they call it something else though, right? And they go, we're going to move to your aunt in perdition, where you invoke this metaphor of like, the eternal suffering place where I get to look back at everything that's happened and just be sad about it. I think that's a fairly sound concept from a narrative point of view in the film. You're saying because they've then called the film that, it's too on the nose.
Well, it's doing both of them, like calling the town that in the first place, knowing that is what perdition means, right? Yeah. That's one thing. It's
again, the problem with the title is nobody knows that that's what perdition means. Right?
After you Google it.
Yeah. We all agree the title's not good. Huh?
But the reason why it's a bad title as well is that they do go on the road to perdition for a very short amount of time before they then turn back and don't go on the road to perdition, and they go back on the road away from perdition. Yeah. And then after a little bit more longer, they go, we're going to go back on the road to perdition.
It's just detours on the road to perdition, though, isn't it? These are mere diversions on the road to perdition. I don't know. I feel like all the title is actually doing, because I like the metaphor of, this is a place of, and it never directly says this, but this is a place of suffering. This is a place where there's no happy ending here.
Beachfront.
There is. This is what I was saying about
beautiful house.
No, I know, but that's isn't that the great sort of irony of it all? Is you've got this place.
Contradiction in terms, yeah.
That's why I say it's very noir, because you've got this place where in theory it's like idyllic and he's going to go live there. But what sort of life is he going to have? He's got this looking back at his past where his family was slaughtered and all the rest of it. So actually, I think naming the town that, cool. And I think naming the movie that is just a way to then emphasise. They go, this means something. The problem still remains. Nobody knows what perdition means. I'll accept that. But yeah, there you
go. Yeah. So this is at the point where they are no longer on the road to perdition, where the real strange tonal shift happens from that brooding gangster film, that noir feel, into feel-good father-son and bank-robbing adventure.
Yes.
Let's go.
I thought that was more heist thing. I thought it was more heist movie than
casually robbing banks with your dad.
Yeah, but
in a little montage.
But like a heist movie is,
go dad.
It's like the middle act of Oppenheimer. A heist movie is upbeat. It's fast paced.
It wasn't a heist movie though. It's not a heist thing.
It is a heist thing. They're robbing several banks.
Yeah, but it's not. That's
the tone.
The whole
it's going
heist
for.
thing is like the build up of the plan, the execution, and it's like the whole thing. Just robbing back, going and going, give money.
No, but
I'm holding up a gun, by the way, for the audio viewers.
But they also do it in montage, right? That is like the execution of a plan. It's like several little plans, and that's like the execution of a grand plan. I thought it had a very heist movie feel, that bit to it. I don't think it was a cheesy father-son thing.
I think it was from where it was to where it went to. I think it kind of like it was like cliff face off tonal change.
I
didn't land.
I didn't get that at all. I thought that we had a very, very slow, contemplative first act, and then it very deliberately picks up the pace as it goes into heist movie. And then
teaching son to drive.
But this is all part of the heist movie. This is all the accessory to deliver the heists, right? He's not teaching him to drive so that Michael Jr. looks back and goes, "Thanks, Dad."
That's what it feels like.
Well done, son. He's teaching him to drive so that they can get away from the fucking bank. He literally says at the start of that section, "Here's what we're going to do next, but I'm going to need your help." Right? So I thought it was very deliberate, and for it then to set up the finale, essentially, which is the showdown and all the rest of it. So I don't know. I didn't see that as cheesy at all.
Good scene though within that of the accountant, the hotel shootout.
Well, I want to talk about the diner scene before that one.
Well, we've already way past that, bud.
You are.
We literally went through. We talked about the diner scene.
In
I said what
production.
an awful. No, I said what an awful hitman he was. That he didn't.
Yeah, you did say that. He takes the knife.
Yes.
Well, cool.
Stick in the tyre.
Well, cool. Because I assumed
He was going to fight with it.
exactly. And then you go, no. He gets away, and then you go, all right, okay, great. And then you see the knife in the tyre. I was like, yes, brilliant.
And Jude Law just kills a policeman.
Yeah, because it's a psycho, mate. Yeah,
Terrible
well, cool.
hitman. Terrible.
What do you mean terrible hitman? He's getting away with it left, right, and centre. He's a tremendous hitman.
It's just
His hit rate in this film is
in
like,
public.
what's his body count? It's incredible. You say in public, he's taking pictures of them. He took pictures of one before he killed him.
Yeah.
He went and finished him off and suffocated him. All right, so again, before we get to that scene you're talking about, love the, you're insane. You know they'll find out who you are? The name's Sullivan. Do you want me to spell it? Brilliant. Cool as fuck. I love the exchange when he's doing the father-son thing. Oh, you'll hate this then. Because this will be twee father-son shit for you.
Mm.
When can I get my share of the money?
$200 thing.
Yeah, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
But wait, could I have more? You'll never know.
Yeah, this is like Theo in cricket.
Yeah.
I'm just like making a huge losses.
Yeah.
He's better at negotiating than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's played.
So it's like the other way.
Played the thing.
Yeah.
He's just like $5 a wicket, and he keeps on getting fucking wickets.
Yeah,
Bastard.
yeah.
It's cost me about £50 the last few games, bastard.
I found it mad that, by the way, you like the father-son stuff in about time, but this is terribly
No,
cliche.
tonal shift. Yeah. Don't mind father-son shit. Love that.
Yeah.
It's my brand. Do like it. Unfortunately, doesn't fit in this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
that style of father-son stuff. Now, he could have done it in a different way, a bit more subtle. It's a bit too.
Yeah.
It's a bit too.
So when it shifts from raping to father-son stuff, you're all right. But when it shifts from like family being murdered to father-son stuff, you're like, no, that's too far. You should be sad right now, you little bastard.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't fit for me.
All right, so look, we completely agree that the telegram, the horn scene in the hotel, very good. I think it's very cool.
Yeah, specifically the bit in the hotel. Yeah. Again, Jude Law, terrible hitman.
Very tense.
Awful.
Very tense though. Are they going to make it out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe have some clothes on at the time when your hit is about to arrive, and be on the get there on time. Anyway, but yeah, good scene with the accountant. Did like that.
Yeah.
And then we obviously move on to Operation carefully planned out. Kill everyone.
No, he's backed into a corner, isn't he? He realizes this is the only thing, and he's been shot by this point. Don't forget. So he gets a warning.
Took it like a champ.
He's seen off the hitman. He thinks he's been shot. That's his warning. He sat there with all that sort of contemplation, and I love how this shifts as well, because his hello when Michael Jr. walks in, whilst they're holding up recovering, is so different to the hello that he gave him at the start of the film, when he's just like hello, and then covers his gun, and it's like, I'll see you downstairs, you gobshite, or whatever. Whereas now he's just like so much, oh hello, yeah, let's talk, let's eat. It shows their journey, their growth as father and son, and that's when they have the talk about sort of what's happened, and Peter was such a sweet boy, and you were different, and
Similar
all the
to
rest of
him.
it. Similar to what?
Similar to him. He saw
Similar
him.
to me,
Yeah.
Are you shit talking all that as well? Like those?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Let's see. Yeah. And it's then really that he goes like, there is only one way out of this.
To Perdition!
Which is why I say, like, the money, like, it was never an option. It's like, there's only one way out of this. I've got to take them all out. And he essentially goes to John to have that conversation. To basically go, is this where we are?
Yeah.
And he's going like, he murdered Andy and Peter. I think the script's great in this.
It's a good scene.
There are only murderers in this room. I was like, it's such a cold line. And Paul Newman's brilliant here because you're going like, somehow he's there saying, I know Connor is stealing. I know he's a shitbag, right? I know he killed your family. Yeah, I know he killed your family. But somehow he still manages to get across that he loves Michael Sr. He still manages to make you believe that. And it's brilliant. And then that, of course, triggers I've got to take them out.
Yeah, so we've already talked about in production how beautiful and well shot.
Yeah, it's great.
That scene is, you say, Paul Newman just frozen in time whilst bullets spraying around everywhere in a never-ending magazine of Tommy gun.
I'm glad it's you, which is not for nothing because he genuinely means that in that moment, which also speaks to the fucking inevitability of that life as well. Mm-hmm. It's got to be someone. And then that takes us on to essentially them finally getting to
back
Perdition.
On the road to Perdition.
Yeah, they're on the road to Perdition.
And then the point where you go like, oh yeah, Jude Law, forgot about him.
Well, I think the plot's really good here because I think it manages to make you...
I genuinely forgot about him.
Yes, exactly. It manages to make you pivot back towards the bigger fight of dealing with Rooney and the mob and forget about the recently delayed, actually more immediate threat of Jude Law. Yeah,
and it's actually a good ending. Right?
It's really good.
That is a good ending at that point where he obviously takes the shot for Michael Jr. It's really annoying that they're called the same thing, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
For talking about a movie,
senior and junior,
very inconvenient.
Just hold off. We agree. Just hold off. But like, I want to say, like, it's not
close, Carl.
It's not
close.
Yeah. Oh, you'll like this. Then I'm gonna keep you on the edge. It's not an accident that you forgot, right?
No, I know. Yeah.
Because they do construct that because they give you reason to think that he's seen him off. They also, if you think back to his meeting with Nitty, besides what he actually did to Jude Law, if you think back to his meeting with Nitty, he's like, we can make all this go away. He can be bought off. So he sort of thinks that, well, because I've done that, it's done. I've solved the Rooney problem, so therefore it's done.
Bit goes away.
Yeah. And the plot makes you think that. I thought that, you thought that. What it doesn't account for is that by this point, Jude Law has a vendetta against him. Michael
you made me look like Die Another Day, you bastards.
Yeah. Michael has committed ills. You can't run from them forever, and we get them. And I agree. It would have made a fantastic ending. The soundtrack dies at just the right time. They've had this idyllic beach scene. It lets it breathe, and then bang, brutal. Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And even that last voiceover part, right, where he just goes, he basically sums it up for everyone that was too fucking stupid to think of it. Hello, and he's just said that he didn't want him, which he's already kind of said, didn't want him to become him, right?
Yeah.
Hence why he took the shot. Didn't want him to.
It's lovely that.
That's it. End there.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Michael, at that point, if you believe in this, can still go to heaven. His dad saves him like the Lone Ranger in his book would have done. And they have that lovely exchange where he goes, "I couldn't do it." And he's like, "I know." I think it really works. That we're at voiceover again, aren't we?
Yeah, and it's so nearly a really good ending, which is difficult to do, right? We've talked about how fucking up the final third and stuff is so common in movies. They definitely didn't do that. They just fucked up the last minute. Yeah, it's literally the minute that you could have just stopped. Now you're done. You're done. Fine.
I don't disagree, honestly.
But hey, we are where we are.
My bit to sum up the plot is I just tonally, yes, it shifts. I thought it was entirely appropriate because it needed to pick me up. I didn't find it cheesy at
I
all.
didn't need a pick me up. You see, I like the grimness. I like the dark.
That's fine. But that would have been a different film. I'm not saying that would have been a bad film.
I think you could still do. I think you could still do the father gradually coming, thawing, and they're gradually building a connection in a less overtly happy way that they kind of seem to do it.
I just thought it was serving plot first because they're going, well, we need to move like events on. Like, how is he going to, take his opposition against the mob, essentially?
Like the getting shot bit, and him essentially like caring for him.
And it turns into a bit of a chase.
Works.
It turns into a bit of a chase movie because now you've got this hitman on his tail, right? So I'm sort of okay with the increased pace and vibe that goes with that. They layer in the bonding stuff on top of that, and I really like that. I didn't see it as cheesy at all. There you go.
There we go. Okay, we move on to cast. Oh, what's that?
Oh, it's a sausage fest again.
It's the sausage fest alarm again. Yep, that's going off. Definitely a sausage fest.
It's a 1920s mob movie. What do you want?
Oh, they did throw in a female character for, dying.
So she got killed. Yeah.
I mean, she didn't have anything to do, did she? Either
Not really.
Didn't even have any kind of quiet moments with them. With the husband alone or anything. And
she got a very fleeting scene where she shows herself to be an excellent mum because the children are all laughing. And then also deliver a line is to go in when they ask, what does Dad do for a job? And she intervenes and goes, he puts food on your table, that's what.
Yeah.
Which is a very sort of like, yeah, I'm the mum and I'm good at it, but God knows I know where my bread's buttered and how the world works. So I guess...
And she knows, right? She knows.
Oh yeah, she knows. So I guess in terms of if you go in, well, that's good. Then they've managed to do all that within a couple of lines. Brilliant, but she's really not in it for much else.
And there's no one else.
No, there isn't.
There's literally no. I can't there's the woman who raises Michael Jr. in the end.
Yeah,
but
we don't. Do we get a line out of her? I'm not sure.
Maybe one. Yeah, maybe one.
No, but that's not the point. It's not the point.
I mean, as you say, look, it'd be weird if this became a female-focused movie in that kind of environment. Would it work? Probably not. So, yeah. But I like the klaxon. What can I say?
Yeah, no, I'm all for the klaxon.
So let's kick off with Thomas J. Hanks. Playing Michael Sullivan. Solid performance against type in theory, right? Against type. What do you think of his performance and how it ranks in his filmography in terms of?
Well, I think it's really good because he's delivering a sort of a warm yet stoic performance. It's a restrained performance in many ways, which is not Tom Hanks's bag because he's very colourful. It can be very over the top. But I think it's quite rich, and I really believed that he was pretty badass as an enforcer in the mob, and then he gets to go on this nice journey of slowly opening up to his son, and then display that, you're absolutely everything to me. And even on his deathbed, it's like, yeah, I know you couldn't do it. I know you couldn't do it. That's why I had to do it. So I really like it.
So weirdly, to me, I read that Sam Mendes, when he was casting Jude Law, that he wanted someone that offset Hanks' physicality. And it's weird. You don't really think of a Tom Hanks.
I think he is quite a tall guy.
Yeah, but you don't imagine it. I don't know. When I picture Tom Hanks, I'm not thinking of a physically imposing man. But you're right. He's probably like significantly over 6 foot, and he's not small.
Yeah, he was in his phase of weighing a bit more in those days as well. Yeah.
But
he's only 6 foot, but
yeah. But I don't know. I never think of him in any of his other roles as a physically imposing character, a physically imposing person, and stuff. But in this, he is. He does. He
just has a presence.
He fills the suit and the overcoat, right? And he's got that, as you say, the stoic presence in there as well.
He just has a presence. I kind of see where Mendes is coming from there, because Jude Law is very much this weird little guy.
Yeah, he's a weasel. Yeah. Which works. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, Tom Hanks, in terms of his performance, I liked it. Is it up there right with his best? I don't think so, but it's it's solid and showing a different side. So Newman, Paul Newman, John Rooney. Those eyes.
I have only superlatives.
Those
for Paul
eyes.
Newman.
He's impressive that he's able to pull off that sort of affable but threatening side of things from the wake onwards.
Paul Newman is he's an absolute star. You can plug him into a film and go sell it just based on that. And I know that we don't necessarily appreciate that as much because he's from the generation before.
Yeah, he's an old man, right? I mean, essentially.
But he's absolutely that. As you just put him in and you go, the guy is absolutely magnetic.
He's a movie star, for sure.
Yeah. And then in his later days here, you just like, I mean, you could even pick up on like his accent's maybe a bit shaky in parts. It just doesn't matter. Like Paul Newman is absolutely killing it in this film.
He's very Irish in some parts.
Yeah, and then
very
a
Irish.
little less so in others. Yeah.
But
he's just brilliant, and he gets to deliver some really cold lines as well. I mean, I love the line about what's the one where he goes to the kids. It's just after the killing, after Michael Jr. has witnessed a killing, and he goes like, "Just between us, right?"
Gives him the coin.
Yeah, it's like I'm talking about the dice.
Yeah,
it's brilliant, but like it's so chilling just for a moment. It's just between us. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Our secret, right? That's what he says. Our secret, right? I'm talking about the dice. A man of honor always keeps his word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he goes, how do you play dice again?
Yeah, because nobody knows. Yeah. I think they know. I think it's us that don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about previously when we were talking about Gran Torino, check our feed, of just pictures I want on my wall. And Clint Eastwood's face, as he is an old man, is one of them because it's just like you could just lose yourself in those wrinkles. It's fantastic. Paul Newman in a hat in the rain, in almost sort of black and white almost level of thing that could go on the wall. Yeah, it's a piece of art.
It
for
really
sure.
is a piece of art. Yeah.
It just looks so good. But yeah, it's he's great. I don't remember seeing him at that kind of age doing. I don't think I've seen a lot of him in his later career doing stuff so much that I can think of.
No, the latest one besides that I can think of was bloody Colour of Money.
Yeah, which was in the 90s, right?
86.
86?
Yeah. Colour of Money.
Did he do anything in it? He must have done stuff in the 90s, right?
I mean, he will have done. He was active in all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but I just don't.
Right till the end.
I don't remember like an iconic role that's coming to mind. I'm probably just missing it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I wanted to see more of him in the older thing. I know death somewhat gets in the way of doing that. But.
Yeah. He died in 2008,
which is what, 6 years after this?
Yeah, 2002. So I bet this was close to his last role.
Anyway, while you Google that,
he did Doc Hudson, of course, in Cars.
Sure.
Yeah, Cars. But that took him right to the end.
Shite.
I don't think I've ever actually seen Cars.
Oh, no. Just one of the worst Pixar.
This was his last Hollywood movie where he was on screen.
What did he do before this, though? Like in the intervene, like say
Where the Money
10
Is,
years.
Never heard of it. Message in a Bottle, never heard of it. Twilight, never heard of it. Nobody's Fool, I have heard of that, not seen it. That's 94. And then the Hudsucker Proxy, which was
he hadn't done a lot then. He wasn't
Coen
prolific.
Brothers one. No, so it wasn't prolific. But he had all sorts of fingers and all sorts of pies, didn't he? He had all sorts of business.
But that face when he's that old, like, you just love to see him in more things.
Do you not remember Newman's Own? Sources. You don't remember that?
Oh, Sources. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I thought you were talking about
You don't see him anymore, but you see Newman's Own, Sources and Asda.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We still see him.
No, you don't see them anymore.
You don't see them anymore.
You used to
see them.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. Yeah. Should we talk about Tyler Hoechlin?
Yes.
Michael Sullivan Jr. I thought he was pretty good for a child actor, Fine,
Yeah.
You have limited expectations.
I feel like the problem is going to be with him why aren't you a bit sadder? That's
Yeah,
coming
a
from the
bit more
direction.
emotional range would have been nice in
think,
a child who's witnessed such trauma in it. Did you know he's Superman
I did not.
on TV? But still, he's done a good 6-7 series as being Superman in the CW shows. So yeah, quite a chiseled jawed man now.
Fair play.
Yeah, not the new Superman that you've seen trailers for
Dean Cain.
again and again and again. No, not Dean Cain. No.
That's the new Superman.
Although,
isn't
have
it?
you seen Dean Cain recently? He literally hasn't changed.
Yeah,
The man has not aged. He could still play Superman.
fair enough.
But Tyler Hoechlin has played Superman on TV. Not seen him in anything else that I can recall.
No, me neither.
But yeah, for a child actor, fine. Would have been nice if you'd recognised the fact that your mother.
Yeah,
and,
I don't think
and-
that's his fault though.
No, that's a plot thing. That's a screenplay thing, sure. Let's talk about Daniel Craig.
Oh yes,
Connor Rooney, very solid here. And this was before he was really known, right? This
and
is
I think this is
pre-layer
one of
cake.
those things where you look at it and go, "Oh yeah, that's why this guy went on to have such a good career."
Yeah,
Because he's doing quite a lot with very little. I think.
yeah, he's fairly a bit part character, right? But he is, as the characters say, it does sort of send the plot on its way.
Yeah.
But he's got.
But he doesn't have many
bravado,
scenes to
he's
impress.
He's kind of broken. He's weak. He's jealous. You see, he gets across all of that in only 2 or 3 scenes. I guess.
Oh yeah. I think it's
4 scenes.
very, very good here.
We've talked about Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yes.
She was.
I
there.
mean, look, she's doing a lot with a little, but it is a little.
And then Jude Law, Harlan Maguire. Good name.
Yeah. For a man as good looking as Jude Law is.
Oh, he uglifies well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's got such charisma. He should have a much bigger ego than he does, right? Because
It's the hair. That's the hair that's done it.
No, I'm the opposite on this, right? Because I think if his ego was where it should be, because he's fucking talented and good looking, he'd have had his hair done. Instead, he wears it like an absolute king. His bald head.
But he's made this. His hair in this was particularly.
Oh yeah, like shaved back and well beyond his
yeah.
years, and he's got the bad teeth,
The
and
nails,
long
the
fingernails.
teeth,
and
yeah,
But
unsettling.
there's been plenty of movies where he's happy to be uglified, and that's what I mean. I just think you should be way more obsessed with your beautiful looks, but he's just like, nah, mate, I don't need that. I'm a king.
Yeah.
He's great, Jude Law.
And interestingly, that character wasn't even in the source material because this is obviously based on a graphic novel. Mendes not Mendes, whoever wrote the film, actually made up, which I already did write down, but I can't find it. Invented him for the film. Here's a nice character intro to it. I think he's kind of solid. Now he does disappear, as we've talked about, as part of the the
Misdirection.
plot thing. It's a bit of a misdirection. He is not a good hitman, as I've already covered.
I mean, he's absolutely prolific, but you say he's not a good hitman.
In effect, how can you not kill a child and a father? Come on, it's not that hard. Don't even know you're coming yet.
Yeah.
Just sneak up behind him, bang bang. I get plot, blah, blah, blah. But whatever.
Well, it's not. No, it's not even just plot. He sort of says as well, he does it for the art of it all. Like he's not just interested in killing. It's a very particular pursuit for him. He's weird. He's off the wall,
And then we've got Stanley Tucky as Mr. Nitchy.
Tucky?
Right, I think I'm pretty sure I've got that right, is it? Tucky and Nitchy?
Oh, I see what you've done there. Yeah.
Is that right?
wow,
Stanley
that was
Tucci
good.
is as Mr. Nitty. Mr. Nitty? He's a real character. He's a real
Frank
person.
Nitti,
right?
yeah. So Frank Nitti will have popped up in quite a few more films over the years. I mean, the most famous that I can think of is The Untouchables with Kevin Costner.
Ah,
The old white suit. Untouchable, yeah.
That's a different film.
The Natouche Paz.
Dude. He has hair in this.
Yeah, well, is it his hair?
He has hair.
I'm not sure it is.
I'm not sure it's his hair,
Yeah.
but he has hair. He's solid as ever. The Tooch, he's
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? He's good. Have you got anyone else you wanted to call out?
I mean, they're all sort of solid again. Like Kieran Hines is in there as Finn McGovern early doors.
How he doesn't change.
No, he does not change.
He has looked exactly the same in everything I've seen in him for the last 30 years. But yeah, he's solid. But
Yeah,
for what he
they're all sort of good. But yeah,
Did you know, Carl? I forgot the did you knows earlier, so I'm going to do it here. Tom Hanks.
Oh, it's about the film.
Prosthetic nose. Yes, it's about the film. Tom Hanks wears a prosthetic nose to look more gangster-like.
I did not know that.
Yeah. If you look closely, you can tell he's had just a slight modification.
Oh, I did not know that.
And also, as we're talking cast, Anthony LaPaglia. Familiar with him?
No.
Anthony LaPaglia, you are familiar with him.
Am I?
Yeah. Google him. You'll know him when you see him. He filmed a scene in which he played Al Capone, but it was decided to leave Capone off screen, and so his scene was deleted. But you'll definitely recognise Antonio LaPaglia.
I do recognise Antonio LaPaglia.
Yeah. So some interesting. I think it was the right decision not to have Capone. There's no need for him to be in it.
Well, it's not about him.
Exactly. Yeah. Precisely.
Yeah. It is,
the fact that he is alluded to and it's his money and stuff is enough.
It is a father-son story with the backdrop of the mob, isn't it? So
I'd rather it be the mob story with the backdrop of the father-son.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah. Okay.
Anyone else who wanted to call it?
No.
No? Recasting, Carl. You got some recasting for us? Where do you want to start? I've done some. I've done some. Thomas J. Hanks.
Yeah, it's tough. Michael Sullivan Senior. A mob enforcer with humanity. Tough ask, that. So, Hollywood, I think, would go after someone like Crow, maybe.
Yeah, kind of going down his LA Confidential style thing, yeah.
I think even Neeson. I think the other side he displays in Love Actually. Sort of the father-son bit there.
Yeah.
And we know he can play the tough guy. I think they have the brooding.
And he's Irish. So
that's true. Do they have enough warmth? Not sure. So if you're going to go down like the cast against type route that they did with Hanks, I'm thinking of someone like John Cusack. Or maybe even like a Bruce Greenwood. Now, Bruce Greenwood does often play an arsehole in a lot of things, but he has got he's got a warmth about him, I think.
I don't think it would never be cast in something like this.
No, he's too small for that, I think.
Do you want to hear my one?
Yeah.
So a man that can do anything. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis is fantastic.
He can do the repressed thing. He could do the
I don't know,
emotional thing.
I feel like he would end up in Perdition and he'd be going, fuck, I've forgotten Michael. You go, I've abandoned my boy! I've abandoned my boy! I've abandoned my child! No? You don't think that might happen?
It could happen. I'd quite enjoy him going method and just shooting random passes by.
Daniel, you haven't. He's right here. Dad.
But yeah, weirdly, I don't think Daniel Day-Lewis has come up in any of our recastings previously.
No, it's because he's retired.
It's so. Doesn't matter. He'll make a return. They all do.
Yeah.
Paul Newman? Recasting Paul Newman.
The big dog.
The big. You want Hackman in there?
I want Hackman. Yeah. I mean, the only other guy I can think of, it's not Hackman, to fill Paul Newman's shoes. If not Hackman, the only guy I can think of is Sean.
Yeah, Connery would have been good. Yeah, I could see that. So maybe
the only problem with that is
dead.
When Finn was it wasn't. But when Finn is going like, you rule this town with an iron fist, he'd be like, yes, I'm John Rooney. Yes, of course I do. That's my town, etc.
So my suggestion here, Albert Finney.
Yeah, Albert Finney's not a bad shout. Yeah,
has the gravitas, the warmth, charm, has that darker edge.
Yeah, I like that.
He's not quite as pretty as Paul Newman.
No, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, no. Great. I like Albert Finney.
And then the only other one I have done is Jude Law. So I've gone for a weaselly, weird-looking person. Willem Dafoe. Yeah,
too old.
He's a bit too old, but it doesn't need to be young.
That's true. But I did think about him. I was just like, he's almost like a bit. Would he still be a hitman at that point? I don't know. He's a bit too fully formed. I don't know.
What? I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, like, Willem Dafoe is like, he wouldn't be the hitman, the guy you employ. He'd be running the fucking joint, Willem Dafoe. You put Willem Dafoe in a movie.
He's a secondary person.
Is he? I don't know.
What's he ever led? Nymphomaniac. Probably in that, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know, probably. Don't think he's in that.
It's not facts getting away.
My Harley Maguire, Ben Foster is mine.
Ben Foster.
Yeah.
What for goalkeeper?
No, I think that's slightly beyond Ben Foster, the Watford goalkeeper.
He loves a GoPro. He'd be well up for it. He's filmed himself loads.
But Ben Foster, the actor who was in, amongst other things, 310 to Yuma.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, fine. That's probably a bit better. I don't know though. Yeah, it's. I don't think I'd pick him over Jude. Let's put it that way.
Oh no, but I think I'd pick him over Willem.
Well, I'm just trying to see if he was in Nymphomaniac.
What Willem?
I don't know. I feel like I want him to be in Nymphomaniac.
Wait,
don't Google Nymphomaniac.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, Simon.
I don't think he is, mate.
Who was in Nymphomaniac then?
Christian Slater.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wait, part 1, volume 1 or volume 2?
Well, he was the dad, so I think 2. Alexander Skarsgård, he was in Nymphomaniac. Jamie Bell. I mean, I don't know.
Jamie Bell was it?
I don't know who was in Nymphomaniac. Never seen it. That's true. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. He does. I think it's 6 in.
What am I thinking of?
6 in the front and 2 in the back.
Willem Dafoe is definitely in something filthy. What's it? He's definitely getting naked when you don't want to see him. Come on, what is it?
No, I don't know. Doesn't he wear? Isn't there a bit of lore around him that he wears a prosthetic penis which is smaller than his own?
Wait, what? How does that work?
Because his own was too large.
But how do you make a?
I've no idea.
How would that?
But I'm sure there's some.
But how would that? How would you wear something that's smaller than the thing you're wearing?
It's probably just his agent that's put it out. It's like, yeah, I want you to
Me
put.
too. Yeah, that's what I do as well.
Put out a story that I had to wear a prosthetic that was smaller than mine because mine's actually too big. Actually, yeah. Do you know what
I mean? Yeah, sure. Okay.
But what film that was, I don't know. Anyway, would you like to hear?
He's in a lot of films.
My Connor Rooney recasting.
I'll be sure.
Daniel Craig, Connor Rooney.
Oh yeah. Danny.
I mean, you could do Joaquin Phoenix here, right?
Oh yeah, he could do it
because the sad, pathetic, resentful sort of thing. But I don't love Joaquin in Gladiator, which was around this time.
He was in Nymphomaniac Volume 2.
Oh, he was in that, was he?
Yes. So there you go. You can check his prosthetic in that.
It shows how closely I was watching that film.
You've seen that one?
Bag of shite. No, I've not seen it. No.
You've seen Volume 1 then?
I've seen 1 and 2. Yeah.
Double header.
I think I did watch them back
Dirty
to back,
cinema.
actually. Yeah. No, I watched them at home. Christ, with some privacy.
On a plane.
No, they're not that sexy. Yeah, on a plane. Can you imagine? Jesus Christ. Right, Daniel Craig, Connor Rooney, Joaquin Phoenix. On paper, yes, that works. Were we in the Joker era where he's got the chops? Yeah, it definitely works. But we're not. We're in the Gladiator era where he's still just a bit shit. So I don't love it.
Snivelling man-child.
Yeah. So Michael Pitt, but it's maybe too early for Michael Pitt.
He'd be a bit young, wouldn't he?
Yeah, because I think he'd done Murder by Numbers, but what year was that? I'm not sure.
Is he related to
Bradley?
Bradders? No. Don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I mean, for one, his name is Pitts, Bradley Pitts.
Yes, it is, yes.
As according to the League of Gentlemen.
And now this podcast.
Murder by Numbers was the same year, so Michael Pitt could have done it. But he would have never got cast.
No.
Mind you, Daniel Craig wasn't famous enough. So then I'm going back to Cillian. I think Cillian Murphy, would be really good as a Connor Rooney.
Okay, well, I'll accept that.
Tyler.
There you go. Tyler?
Yeah.
The fuck is Tyler?
Michael Sullivan Jr.
Oh, right. Tyler Hecklin. Got you. Yep. I thought you were doing the character name. I was like, who the fuck is Tyler? Yeah.
It's a bit of a cop-out, but this guy was the standout child actor at this time.
You're doing the Sixth Sense.
Haley Joel Osment, yeah. Because if it's not him, then you've got to go Thomas Brodie Sangster.
Don't know who that is.
The Love Actually kid.
Oh, no.
Or Jamie Bell. got to be one of them. There are literally no
other children.
There were no
at
other
that
child
time
actors.
Who acted.
Yeah.
No, I looked at Haley Joel Osment and I was just like, no.
Yeah, not now. Look at him then.
No, we don't know.
Yeah. You definitely can't do it now
Fit
for
through a fucking
voiceover.
door now.
Oh, whoa! Come on now. He's just got a really small face.
It's an Angela problem.
It shows up. No, dearie me. Honestly.
But no, other child actors. Yeah, I started looking at those and I was just like, oh no, I can't. I struggled to see past what the child actor has actually been in, and then be able to go, could you do something that isn't that thing that you are known for in that? Yeah. Especially as they don't tend to go on and do much else. Okay, so any changes, a section where we each come up with up to 3 changes. How many do you have, Carl?
Yes, 2, I think.
Oh, DOS. Okay, I've got 3. So the first one I've talked about, the tonally weird father and son bonding shift. I think you could do a similar thing, but just with a less severe tonal shift that would feel a bit less out of place for me. They still get to ultimately the same point, but just less of that. I didn't enjoy the heist scenes as you put.
Well, it's a heist chase thing. He's been chased down by the killer. They're robbing the banks.
I like the darker tone. I like that.
Okay,
keep with the dark tone.
I said 2. It's only 1.
Cool. Were you seeing double?
No, I guess like
1A and B.
No, I guess
1.1,
they can do
1.2?
2 minor points, but they're all to the same thing. I'd lose the voiceover, I think.
Oh, you stole mine.
Because I'd have to listen back to it to remember exactly what was said and if it makes any difference. From where I sit today, I don't think it does make any difference. Like, vibes-wise, yes, I really liked the fact there was a voiceover over the intro and that ethereal soundtrack and the wonderfully drawn-out shots. Brilliant. But, like, actually, in terms of moving the plot on, I don't think you really needed the voiceover because we're going to find out exactly what happened to Michael Sullivan and his son.
Yep. Michael Sullivan.
Yeah. And I don't think that the end piece of voiceover really adds anything anyway. The sort of the point 2 to this is what you said earlier, like, probably just end it after he gets shot.
Yeah, if you're not needing the voiceover. If you're doing the voiceover,
yeah, after Sullivan has senior is shot, Harland.
I know, good ending, done.
Yeah, exactly. End of that line. Do we sort of need the reflection of? Yes, he goes to.
You could just show it.
Yes, you could show it. I think you should show it. I think you should show it because I think, like I said earlier, I think this is very noir in that they're going for an escape here, but that's actually quite a bleak escape because it's just me and you and our family have been slaughtered, and this is our life now, and you're going to have to live with that forever. And in a way, the fact that the dad ends up then getting killed and he sees who he wants to in his dad, he saves him, he doesn't have to become something he doesn't want to be. I think that really works as an ending, and actually that's quite freeing. And so they're then going to live on a farm sort of thing and forge his own path and have his own life. Free of all the rest of the stuff. It's really good, but yeah, like you say, we can see it. We don't need the voiceover telling us exactly what happened there.
Yep, voiceover, agreed with. The thing I want more of is more Hanks and Newman together. I want more of them and that central relationship, which I actually care most about, less the father and son bit. I want the adopted father and son part and how that integrates with his real family and that. And I want more of those two together in a room acting.
That's just greedy.
He's greedy.
What we got was so good. That's just greedy. No, I think that's a nice observation as them as father and son, because for me that hammers home what I sort of like about this film is that this is father and son thrice, because it's them, but it's them with their respective sons been pitted against each other and still trying to deal with that, with their father and son relationship. being at the forefront. And actually, yes, he kills him. But on both sides, there's a huge amount of respect, still. So, there you go. Nice. Not cheesy at all. You're wrong.
Wait, this is why you're wrong. This is why you're wrong. Not we're wrong. This is why you're wrong. We can't both be wrong.
We could both be wrong. Let's be fair.
We are likely both
But we
wrong.
could both be wrong, couldn't we?
For the purposes of this, we're just going to say this is why you're wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
But we're
closing
each going
statement.
to tell each other why you're wrong.
So we could both be wrong.
So we are sort of saying,
we're both wrong.
inbuilt admission,
We are both
wrong.
simultaneously saying we're both wrong and that neither is wrong.
I don't think I claim to not be wrong. I'm just saying why you're
Oh,
wrong.
that means I'll win. Excellent.
All right, do you claim to not be wrong?
Yep.
Where's that? Which section's that? I must have missed that one. This is why I'm not wrong.
This is why you're wrong and not me. Anyway, closing statement from each of us. Carl, do you want to go first or do you want to go?
Well, look, I'll go first. I don't know how much I can realistically change your mind on this because we agree on the how good it looks and it's put together and all the rest of it. Your problem with the tonal shift, I just don't get at all. I think that it benefits from having an uptick in pace and mood in that middle section when it becomes like a heist chase scene. The particular bit you seem to be honing in on is that then somehow by extension makes the father-son story cheesy, and I don't see that. I don't see that at all. I don't feel that. I enjoyed it, and then when it resolves out of what was a very brutal, dark start, and what ends in a very final, brutal finish, I don't know. I just find it touching throughout. So we like what we like.
Yeah, I mean, I think I ever used the words cheesy. You're putting words in my mouth. I think
There's a joke in there somewhere.
I think yes, you're right. There is a tonal shift. There's a lot I like about this. A lot of the stylistic side of things. It looks fantastic. I couldn't connect emotionally with it, and as I said at the start, this is lined up for me. Like the father and son thing, naturally connect with. Now it doesn't need to do a lot to make me feel that, but like I didn't feel that emotional connection. I was sitting there going, "Oh, this looks good. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks good." But I wasn't taken away with the story, and I can't pinpoint exactly what it is that did that. Is it just a combination of things? Is it the fact that actually the Tom Hanks playing against type thing didn't actually work in terms of bringing that warmth part through it, or it worked too well and I was too convinced of his cold nature of it? I don't know.
So you're really saying after, let's have a look, an hour and 53 minutes, he's hit it too well. If anything, he's hit it too well, and that's what you're saying, isn't it?
Well, I'd say this is where the miscast versus against type works, right? Where actually he can show that he doesn't have to be the Tom Hanks character. He can do the other thing as well. But they are relying a little bit on the old Tom Hanks to come through to build that connection, which I didn't necessarily get. I don't know. At this point, I'm just saying words. So, but I honestly, I can't honestly. You've raised good points. I agree with what they were going for, right? I can see it all from a theoretical perspective. It all makes sense. I get the father and son thrice. I get the blood versus water thing, blood thicker than water thing, but adoptive family versus blood family. All of this works in theory, just in practice, I didn't feel it. And it's the same on first watch, and then it was the same feeling on the rewatch as well. And considering I watched these literally 23 years apart or whatever, life changing a lot, I expected it to actually hit a lot more on the rewatch. Hence why I'd said right from the get go that I suspect I might have underrated it. Right.
So are we saying because that didn't land? Are we saying that it's not good enough from a almost an action point of view, a traditional mob film point, because it's not long, as we said before.
No, I like that. I like the mob parts of it, but it obviously goes in it takes it in a separate direction.
Yeah, and I like it in that direction.
And that's the bit I didn't connect with. So I like the mob bit.
Is that not enough?
It's enough to go like, yeah, it's decent, it's good, yeah. But it's not enough to go the full on like bit. I think that's just it. You've not done a bad job, Carl. Don't get upset. It's fine. It's fine. You've done a good job. You've done it. It's me. It's not you. It's fine.
Oh, I just want you to say, I just all of those sort of words that you're saying to me now means nothing.
Oh yeah, I know. So, Carl, have I moved your needle, by the way?
No, mate, no.
Still a really like?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Style over substance. Good lad. Yeah, good lad.
No, I don't. I don't.
No,
think
it's fine.
so,
That was just a throwaway. You don't have to.
No. Well, I think I will. No,
we've covered this at length. So no needle moves today, Carl. Have you got anything else you wanted to add?
No.
All right. Well, that is all we've got. So if we moved the needle for you this week, or even if we didn't, please do rate us, follow, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review wherever you are listening. It really does mow down the algorithm and get us out there to a larger, better dressed audience. Our Blue Sky Instagram and Twitter is MTM Movie Pod. Our YouTube channel is @Movie. I can hear you yawning.
Yeah, but fucking I cut that out, you silly cunt. Sorry, that was harsh.
YouTube channel is @Movie the Needle. You can also find our page on Facebook and some occasional TikToks @movie.the.needle. Please do comment on those when you see them. All details in the show description. Follow, comment, wherever you are. So for me and Carl, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm off to go stand stoically in the rain and brood in a hat. Join us next week where we discuss Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling in a Shane Black's The Nice Guys, and we see whether we can move the needle for each other. Goodbye.
Best of luck with that.
Yeah.